recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
We should write lyrics one day. That would be fun.
Game.
This is Zed Games.
Hello.
I'm your host, Paul, and joining me is my good friend Caroline.
Hello. I'm here.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been playing way too many video games and not doing enough sleep.
Oh yeah, I have. I'm always not the most sound of mind, but in the recent Steam sale, Admittedly, most of it was soundtracks because I like to buy a lot of soundtracks from games, as you could potentially see why. Mm-hmm. But I family share with a friend, and one night he woke up with like 50 new games on his list. I'm like, look, most of them were under $1. But yeah, I like doing going really deep into it, and I found a weird developer that I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Mm-hmm. I think it was. I should actually look it up and read the description. I might do that in a bit. But then I just thought, but for $16 I can buy their entire catalog. All right, cool. There's like 10 games of like experimental games and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I have destroyed my friend's family sharing once again because I am a problem purchaser. So with all that, let us talk a little bit about this week in gaming news. News. Yeah, we can add more and more things. It's getting there. Okay, so we have an exciting week, and by an exciting week, another miserable week in gaming.
Oh no! Has another company shut down? Has there been more layoffs? Is that AI news? Oh no!
Actually, you know what?
So bad you're dying.
I didn't actually include any AI news because I'm kind of sick of it. Yeah. In both directions. In that, like, especially in the indie scene, anyone that reveals anything, half the responses are accusing them of using AI, which, like, true or not, is just normally like a shot in the wind and it's not a useful conversation. Yeah. And then everything, I'm sick of the pros saying it's the best thing ever, and I'm sick of everyone attacking everyone else, accusing them of doing it. And I'm just like, okay. Well, we mentioned it now. I guess we'll do a quick thing. DLSS 5 that I believe was spoken about briefly last week, which is the new upscaling from NVIDIA, which basically AI filters the entire game. And there's mostly negative reception to it online, which I can get. But the thing is, like, I was never defending it. I was just like, look, it's interesting how it works. I'm interested in that. But the truth is, I mostly buy things like low poly creature cooking games. And one of my favorite looking game last year, Clipsium, it actually won the best visual art at the IGF 2 weeks ago, which excited me because whilst I think it is a beautiful game, I also had a great time playing it, taking screenshots and sending it to people, and everyone just going, what am I looking at? I'm like, yeah, it just looks like a bunch of pixels, but you got to see it move. So I should have taken videos, but I didn't. It was just the game I played. Okay. Before I get too manic and going on other things. Okay, our biggest layoffs this week was a big one. Epic have fired about 25% of the company, which is a little over 1,000 people. No. They put out a little note that was sent to all employees, and it's pretty standard. There's nothing. Basically, they bet on extending development, adding all these other things into the Fortnite as a platform. They got the music game, the racing game, there's the Lego game. There's all these other things there, and it didn't really have the growth. But the thing is, they're the giant company. They hired all these people. So where's the responsibility on their part?
There's none.
Yeah,
they're like, oh well.
There was a great Arami of Lambia fame who talks a lot about the industry and indie games. It's crazy these days that people will leave a AAA studio to start an indie for job security. That's not what the deal's supposed to be.
No.
If you go and work 15 years making cloaks for an assassin running around, and you got the best cloak physics person in the world, you're supposed to be able to stay in that stupid job.
Yep.
Because you were doing something kind of mindless, but you were really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was sad.
Yeah.
Also, Dark Outlaw Games, a studio that was made by ex-Call of Duty lead. I don't believe they ever shipped anything. Red Storm, mostly known for the Rainbow Six games back in the day. And then continued, and yeah, they're just gone now. So a lot of unhappy developers out there. There was some insane stat that was, I think it was over 50% of American game developers lost their job in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
don't go into this industry for job security, I'm afraid to say. Let's talk about something slightly different.
Oh?
There's a new Switch coming! You excited?
Just got a new Switch.
Yeah. Do you have the new Switch 2 though?
No, I got it. Yeah, I got a new Switch.
Oh, yeah.
too,
Oh.
But it's not.
But is it a new Switch?
No, I'm not.
No.
You can't make me.
Okay, here's the great change. It's only for Europe, I'm afraid. And it's actually just Nintendo is complying with their right to repair laws that have come in there. So basically, it's built with
actually
a
a
more
good thing.
a more replaceable battery. And hopefully those manufacturing changes can filter down
Yes,
because
I would like that.
yeah, and all it really means is that the devices that comply with this need to be able to have things like batteries changed using standard tools.
Yes.
So you don't need to go get crazy screwdrivers you've never heard of and everything. It's just like, no. Standard, might be small. But yeah, you can get in there and change the battery. Would be nice to see. Speaking of changes with Nintendo, they're changing their pricing structure.
I'm guessing things are getting more expensive.
Incorrect. This is a final sort of the promise that always was that, and it was tied up partly in consumer negotiations and such. Online recommended retail price will no longer be the same as physical, and that means that online will be cheaper.
Wow.
Partly the
They
thing
could
is,
have done that earlier.
well, I mean, to go in the nuts, when you're working, with a store, you say, "Oh, here, sell my product. By the way, I'm going to sell it cheaper elsewhere."
Yeah.
They don't always but things are evolving and changing, so that's nice. So hopefully we'll
Games
see.
is dying.
Yes.
So.
So, for instance, the upcoming Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, that's $110 in Australia, but it's $95 digital.
Okay.
So
That's not that much of a difference.
$15. Look, if you want to give me $15, I'll have $15.
No.
Huh.
It's my $15.
Yeah, see?
I could buy. What can I buy with that nowadays? A liter of petrol.
Yeah, we just got someone saying a Nintendo win. Yeah, pretty good. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to die again somehow behind it. Maybe I should play some music in a sec.
Yeah.
Just
and
so
then I'll come back and it'll just be me because you'll be dead. I'll prop your corpse up on the board.
Quick note: there is going to be a Xbox Partner Direct tomorrow morning. Don't have the Brisbane time. You can find it with the Google. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out. I don't know. It's hard to get excited about the Xbox ecosystem.
No. I've been out of that for quite a while. So.
Yeah. Not a lot has happened in the last generation. Now we've got a new generation. Who knows? Maybe they'll turn things around, or maybe they'll make things much worse.
Probably make things worse. That's my bet.
That's the general thing.
I'll
Okay.
bet $15 on it.
Oh, cool. Yes, I'm finally going to get my $15. It's all I've been living for. So some upcoming game releases.
Ooh.
We've got blah blah blah. The Super Mario Bros. Switch 2 upgrade with new content called something. I can't really be bothered with it at the moment. We've got Switch 2 releases for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Physical and the Midnight Walk. Easy Delivery Co. coming. This is all tomorrow. Grid Beat coming to Switch and PC. Weirdly, Kena, the Bridge of Spirits, the old it was PS4. Yeah, PS4 launch-ish title. So that's coming to Switch too. Fun.
Wow. I have no opinions on any.
Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator is coming to Xbox Series X. That's good to know.
Okay.
Whenever that pops up, I just read it again because I like the name. This is really how I select what things to talk
Yeah.
about. What's got a good name? On March 31st, there's a game called Hosey coming out, which is a very cozy game where you basically are just renovating the spaces, and it's 3D and it just feels nice. I really like the demo of that. That's just coming to PC, along with the early access of Animal Kind, which is a sort of co-op cozy farming game, except you're a bunch of cute animals like puppies and raccoons and kitties in mechs. So
that I like.
You like the last bit there,
yeah.
didn't you?
I'm just like, oh, it's another cozy game. Yay! Let's escape from the real world with cozy games. But then you said mechs.
Yeah.
I do like the sound of that.
It does look very cute. And then on the March 32nd, we've got Grime 2 coming out to Xbox and PC platforms. We've got Raccoin, which is that little roguelike coin pusher game, which did pretty big numbers back when it was first revealed, just on a demo. It was a demo up for 2 weeks, and like millions of people played it. So,
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to call that the end of who I'm going to talk about. Good times. Although I could talk about Data Center.
Is that a game or is that?
It is. I on my own stupidness, I just copped myself to death. That was somewhat of a news. This is Zed Games. I'm Paul. That there is Caroline. And Caroline, guess what time it is for?
It is time for a review.
Humanity is dead. We even need to have balls anymore when humanity is dead, yeah?
Hey, balls. None of them.
Yeah, are there any balls in this game?
There's a Pokeball-shaped rug and a Pokeball-shaped light that I've found so far, but no.
Rugs aren't spherical, though. They'd just be circular,
They're
I imagine.
circular.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about Pokémon.
Pokemon.
Pokopia, isn't it?
Pokopia.
Pokopia. See, the problem I had...
I was calling it Pokotopia for...
Well, I was actually calling it Pokepedia, because I gloss over Pokemon news. My eyes can't look at it properly. And I was like, so I guess it's just like a filling out all the thing, whatever. And I did not pay attention at all.
Honestly, me either. It was just Toby telling me things, how I got all my information. And then he made me play it. And then he bought me a Switch. And that's how I got here with, I don't know, a few hundred hours in it.
A few hundred?
Yeah.
I mean, I know
this
you...
is the reason that I've not been sleeping.
Yeah.
No sleep, just Pokopia. Anyway, yeah, it is a post-apocalyptic Pokemon game.
Woo!
Which I didn't get from the advertising. They were, it's very cute. And you go in there and it's like, the humans are gone. Where did they go? Everything's in ruins. But yeah, humans have disappeared and all but a handful of Pokemon are gone. You play as a Ditto, restoring habitat so that the Pokemon can return and gaining abilities that will let you reshape the landscape and to go to new landscapes to reshape. So terrain molding abilities and movement abilities that let you get to places.
Are we talking Dragon Quest Builders level molding things or full-on Minecraft molding things?
I actually mention Dragon Quest Builders later on.
Your
script.
pre-prepared comments.
Yes.
I'm going to mess up your script.
I'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
Basically,
I'll wait with bated breath.
You get Pokemon moves, like Leafage lets you grow long grass, Water Gun waters the dry dirt and plants, cuts things, etc. You gather resources to craft items and build structures, all geared towards drawing in Pokemon and housing them in a comfortable way to raise the environment level. It feels like an amalgamation of Minecraft, cubes, Animal Crossing, creatures living with you in a customizable area, and Pal World. Force labor, refine my materials, build me structures.
So we can enslave them.
Yes,
good. That's still. I mean, it is a core aspect of the Pokemon fantasy.
A lot of gameplay is me walking up to a Pokemon who is sleeping at 3 a.m. and me going, "Hey, build me this wind turbine so I can get electricity to this." Okay. Also,
I need some copper cable. Go get me some copper cable.
They can't get you stuff, unfortunately. They can ferry stuff to the refining things and back. I haven't got it that automated yet. But yeah, it's It was developed by Game Freak and Omega Force. Despite it being a good Pokemon game, Game Freak actually did work on this one.
Hey, I'm the one that riffs on Game Freak.
Omega Force is the developer of most notably the Dynasty Warriors games. Mostly hack and slash action games, very different from Pokopia. But they also made Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is the game you mentioned earlier, throwing off my script.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to Pokopia. I suspect they took a good chunk of the game and just slapped a Pokemon skin on top and, added a few more things. I want to say, first off, overall, it's a good time sink of a game. The Pokemon are cute and have funny dialogue, although the stock dialogue gets a bit repetitive if it's in the latest Animal Crossing game camp of dialogue. Different personality types have a different pool of text to pull from, but talk to any Pokemon enough times and excluding a few lines that are exclusive to the individual Pokemon, it gets a bit samey after a while.
But the Pokemon talk.
They do.
They don't normally talk, do
You're
they?
a Ditto.
Yeah, no.
You can understand
But yeah,
them.
that's what
Yes.
we don't normally get like the dialogue of a thing. And look, sorry to jump in your script again, but we're going to talk about the freakish nature of your protagonist.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh, this is like when I wasn't paying attention, what made me suddenly go, maybe this is finally a Pokemon game for Paul. Because humanity, like, they just straight up at the beginning, don't they just say, like, humanity's gone,
Yeah.
this climate crisis, you're all dead. And so... I assume there'll be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you, as a Ditto, decide
Yeah.
to wear the last human corpse.
Yes, because that was your trainer and you missed them. And they're like, what did your trainer look like? And that's what you were mirroring.
But Dittos can do everything
Yes.
except the cold, dead eyes.
Yes. Well, in an episode, there was one specific Ditto, I think, that could not do the face. And now that's just become every Ditto can't do the face.
I mean, that's why I love them.
But yeah, the abilities are you morphing into different Pokemon or parts of you into different Pokemon. Like strength morphs your arms into a Machoke's arms, and that's
a bit of a
you use
Cronenberg-esque body horror.
it. It's freaky. I don't like the face because you can do a Kirby suck to suck in like cubes that
you're
you've
selling
knocked
me
down,
more.
and it's uncomfortable. Anyway,
I'm a Kirby man from way back.
it'd be cuter if it had Kirby's face, but the human face gaping wide, uncomfortable. Anyway.
With the beady eyes of a raven.
Yeah, anyway, I think why I love the game is the novelty. While it is not a unique concept for a game, slap that Pokemon on it and my corporate shill of an inner child is ecstatic. It helps that I went in blind and got to discover the game on my own. However, this is Nintendo and I have a love-hate relationship with them, so... The story is pretty formulaic and predictable. I put off doing the bulk of it for as long as I could and only progressed through what I have done so I could get the abilities I need to explore and do my own thing. And when I did do the story, it ended up being very, oh, go do this thing for me. Oh, you've already done it. We still feel the need to lay out in painstaking detail what you should do. Oh, you've done it again. Excellent. I'm trying not to be too spoilery for those who want to discover things on their own because, best part of the game for me. There's several areas of the game. You do a bunch of errands and fetch quests so you can unlock the big task where you have to get a certain value up to 100%. Yay, story done. Move on to the next area.
Is it paying back a debt?
No, there's no currency.
There's no Tom there.
You can trade items with Pokemon, and I just give them the piles of dirt that I have.
Your finest dirt.
Yes, my finest dirt
that is
because
nice.
I'm digging it all up.
What a
to
kind.
Make things
What a kind.
Flat. Yeah. There's a lot of unnecessary dialogue and making things take longer than they need to. I don't need the same spiel about the artifacts every time I get something appraised. Why can't I bulk appraise? I have places to be, you overgrown bundle of vines. And there's also a lot of, oh, what happened to the humans? I don't know, maybe if you read the various lore chunks around the world, you'd already know like I do, because, I use some basic logic.
Yeah, but, I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Lore chunks are like another thing that I'm allergic to.
Oh, I just skimmed them. You get it very quickly because, it's Pokemon.
And
They're
there's
not great with
there's all the
story.
corpses everywhere.
Yeah, the corpses are great.
I am modifying this game to be more of my fantasy.
There is actually an item, and it's gold teeth. And just a set of gold teeth. And Professor Tangler's like, oh, humans use this. You should display it. Wouldn't a Pokemon love this so much if you put this in their house?
We found a pacemaker in a hole.
Yeah, basically. It's basically like that. Anyway, the music, I I muted it. It was very repetitive. Same with the sound effects. You're going to be hearing a lot of the punchy punch of the rock blake. If you're going to do any sort of landscaping, as well as the sound of the Kirby suck. But, yep. Some areas of the game handhold you a lot, while others, you just got to read the tooltips, which is hidden in the menu. Like, for an instance, an ability of a Pokemon is fly. They can fly you to a Pokemon that they are searching for. What they didn't tell me was searching is an action that you need to be actively performing. I thought I could just, talk to the Flymon and ask, the option wasn't there. So I thought maybe I had to progress the story a bit more. Nope. You got to go into the Pokédex, and the little labels that tell you what the buttons do, there's a thing saying that the plus button is search. And this lets you bust out your Pokédex as you walk around, and you can talk to other Pokemon, and they will tell you where one in particular is. Then you can ask the Pokemon with the fly ability to take you to them. Or to their habitat home. Yeah, if you're currently... Or their habitat/home if they're currently despawned. Which is another thing I didn't know. I thought I just couldn't find some Pokemon sometimes. But no, they're despawned. I didn't know that. And some things you just can't do. You find an area of ground you can't break. Find an item you can't pick up. Find an item that says it can't be used yet. Well, that's story stuff. And you gotta do the story to be able to...
I will not.
Exactly, and it's annoying.
So, tell me, what are your end feelings on the game, though?
Oh, I have many more things, but I'm guessing we're running out of time.
Very, very subtle transition.
Yeah, sorry. Overall, I love the game. It's a great departure from the mainline game slop that we keep getting shoveled, but there is enough that irritates me about it, as well as the giant cost of entry, that prevents me from giving it top grades. But I will keep playing it obsessively, and I love it, but I also hate it.
Hooray!
Yay! I'm just very nitpicky.
Yeah.
And also maybe not the target audience because I'm not a child.
I don't know. I think like the target audience of children is like, yes, they appeal, but also it's not like there's lack of awareness that it covers pretty much all age groups at this point. So, you could make general entertainment can be for everyone. It
can be.
Speaking of general entertainment for everyone, this is Zed Games. I'm Paul. That's Caroline. Hi. And guess what? It's time for us to do it's not a review because I don't really review early access games, but I'm going to review an early access game, kinda. Okay, I am here to talk about everybody's favorite hole, Winnie's Hole. So, oh God,
not the hole from Doro.
No. From Australian developer Twice Different, who previously made Ring of Pain, which is a really good card game with roguelike elements and a great soundtrack. So Winnie's Hole sort of got announced when we started getting a real run of those. Oh, look, the IP for Winnie the Pooh has run out, and now everyone can make like horror of it.
Yep.
And so a lot of people dismissed its initial reveal as, they're just cashing in with a gimmicky, I'm going to make horror Winnie the Pooh. And it's very Cronenbergish body horror, and Winnie is disturbed and morphing and growing new limbs and new mouths, and you're feeding him. But the thing that really sets it apart with the theming of that is that all friends kind of want to help him still. Something's wrong with Pooh. It's like this Lovecraftian abomination in front of you. It's like, Pooh, please, no, don't devour me. And I actually have laughed in many cases. The general gist of here, though, is, a roguelike, well, broadly put it along the lines of like a Slay the Spire-ish. You're going battle to battle, moving along, picking like the path you're going to go. Oh, that way there's a shop, and this way there's a thing. Yeah. Very standard in its general structure. A couple of things that are unique is that a lot of the battles will have other potential goals than just fighting. So I don't know if I've seen all the variations yet, but there can be like a real challenge of like, no, I'm not going to kill them. I'm going to try and do this differently. But the big thing of the game is that you have to dissolve things in your stomach. So the roguelike elements of the game really are, you've got stomach space, And in that space, it's a grid, will drop the things that are in your hand that you've built, your roguelike hand. Oh, if you do that, that will do some damage. And you then, to play your turn, you have like tetrominos. So you have to put down these shapes to cover the grid, which means you might say want to attack, but this shape is also going to do something that's a debuff or that. So you have to do a geometric puzzle in planning. If you don't cover all certain things, you might take damage, all this, the variations are endless because it is a roguelike. But the result of this is, of course, a roguelike that doesn't really play like any others. The only comparison I actually have is another game that's not out yet, which is basically Pokémon, but with a geometric tetromino thing, and it does the opposite way. The tetrominos are the powers in that, and you've got to fit them into a space, while this is the stomach, and it has the powers in it, and you have to either activate them or not. So far, it's just had really... It manages to make most battles feel more like a puzzle. And partly, maybe that is just because it looks a bit puzzle-ish, but I did sort of feel like I could beat most battles without taking really any damage if I really thought about it. And that's where I like to be in that sort of like turn-based game.
Games?
Yeah, a little bit of a thinky think. Yeah, and as I said, it's got at least the story content at the moment. I've had a very good time. I have not seen everything. I doubt I will because I've never been sucked into a roguelike enough to like try and see so much of the content. Like I probably put most in like Binding of Isaac. I probably put in like 100 hours into that. That's Binding of Isaac, so I've probably seen like 3% of it.
Don't ask me how to into Binding of Isaac.
So anyway, Winnie's Hole is currently out on early access. It's currently about $18 Australian to buy. It's an Aussie developer. Yep. And they're nice people. I've met some of them before. Good. But yeah, I would recommend checking out if you want a bit of a twist on the roguelike, the turn-based, card-based roguelike thing, but with tetrominos and a horrible monster of public domain.
It looks interesting, mainly because they didn't go for the lowest bar of art and make everything.
Oh no, it's got great art. It's
beautiful.
It's
but horrifying.
Describing like gameplay mechanics, especially like putting down things in a puzzle, is like not that interesting on radio or to discuss. But it's like even you've got the battles, but you also have now you've got your power up area, and it's making the parasite grow, and you've only got certain moves to be able to make it grow and everything. So. Yeah, it has quite a lot of variation. It looks great. It has made me laugh out loud many times, and it's just pretty fun to play. Yeah. So that is Winnie's Hole!
Hole.
And we will make no comments about that. In fact, Zed Games, and I'm Paul, that's Caroline, and we're getting near the end of today. How close to the end of the day we are? Pretty close. But that's all right. But I have some follow-ups of some promises I made earlier in the show. One was I mentioned the odd game and developer that I purchased, and I haven't actually played any of these yet. These are not recommendations. This is just what gets Paul. I first found the game Detuned. An eerie, anti-rhythm, hidden object, roguelike. Avoid a procedurally generated song. Look for pearls in the surreal wonderland. Also, they have me and my eldritch parasite. You have an eldritch parasite. It sucks. Find a way to get rid of it while meeting its demands in this strange mix between side-scrolling, horror, virtual pet, and sarcasm. It's
okay.
Yeah. It's Ape Hardware is the developer. They do all their own soundtracks and everything as well. So I was like, you know what? Even if these are terrible, there's some ideas going here. It's all very genuine. I am on board.
It's not just a copy of whatever is selling.
Oh God, no! And it's none of the art styles or anything that's going to be pulling in the mainstream. But that's the fun of it. Yeah. Find these odd little creators and get around. And even there's at least some head like barrier to get on Steam. Not very much. It's $100, but then you go to Itch or something, and you could spend I think I spent 2 hours straight just scrolling on Steam in list form because I just wanted to look at the things that nobody had clicked on, games with 0 reviews, that sort of thing.
Woof.
Do you ever go in the deep dives?
No, I'm scared of what I'll find.
Oh yes.
Or what will find me.
Well, and you do have a habit of getting into the obsessive, so...
Yes, I
get weirdly upset when I'm like following like a really really underground sort of thing with like 5 people on it, and then like a big YouTuber does something. I'm like, oh, well, it's for me. How am I supposed to be a pretentious hipster now? Oh,
You have to find another game. I
exactly.
don't know.
Thankfully, it's
Find it in the mud outside.
oh yeah.
A few rocks, bang them together. Ooh, it's game. No one has heard of this game.
That's why I'm getting back into game dev.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I'm just making some experiments in Godot because
Nice.
you got to learn the tools of the trade.
Yeah.
And I'm just making old Intellivision and Atari games.
Nice.
That's the way to go. But that brings us pretty much to the end of today's episode.
No.
Have you had you with your spooky voice?
So spooky.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.